Magdalene, part 2. So in this part of the Gospel of Mary Magdalene, in this video, we're going to focus on the 7 powers and the spiritual authority of women. So in the Gospel of Mary Magdalene, she discusses 7 powers that your soul goes through, lowest to highest, and the forces that get in the way, like human blockages. The 7 powers, she says the soul is confronted by each of these powers: darkness, desire, ignorance, excitement of death, kingdom of the flesh, the foolish wisdom of the flesh, and the wrathful wisdom. So let's get started and go through them one by one. Darkness, ignorance of who you are and forgetting your origin. Desire, attachment, addiction, not necessarily desire itself, but enslavement to desire. Ignorance, willful blindness and lack of self-awareness. Excitement of death, the ego's obsession with fear, chaos, excitement. Kingdom of the flesh, being ruled by physical impulse instead of spirit. Foolish wisdom of the flesh, false knowledge. Think of ego masquerading as the truth. And last but not least, wrathful wisdom, when the external world is policing your spiritual authority. It's when others project their fear onto your awakening. And each of these powers attempt to stop the soul from ascending. But in Mary's gospel, the soul defeats them all and is able to ascend. Why did the church not like this? Because Mary is the only disciple that can explain this journey. She is the only woman disciple surrounded by men. Peter challenged Mary's teachings because he didn't believe that Jesus gave it to a woman. Levi responded to Peter and said, if the Savior made her worthy, who are you to reject her? And that line alone destroys the idea that spiritual authority needs gender, needs hierarchy, needs a formal institution. Now, switching to the spiritual authority for women that women have, in the Gospel of Mary, one of the things is that she teaches that women have intuition, and the intuition is revelation. We receive information internally, not through hierarchies. That women are the original carriers of sacred knowledge. Mary is the initiator, the guide, and the interpreter. She was never a student. She taught that the soul ascended through inner wisdom, not external law. This undermines patriarchy. It underlines male-led spiritual authority. And at the time, this was seen as being radical, but that doesn't mean it was false. The Gospel of Mary Magdalene liberated women spiritually, socially, and politically. So understanding the 7 powers, no system can ever rule your soul again. Love you, bye.